What's happening social media? So, I've been a while, but as you can probably tell, not my usual attire. So, today, job interview time. Gotta feel good about yourself, always do. So, I'm a negative person, I've said that before. But on days like today where I get to look good, I get to feel good, it's just worth embracing that. So, an interview, think it's gone pretty well. I'm 100% sure I've done everything that I can. There's nothing more I could have put into that interview to get anywhere more. So if it doesn't come back as my day, I couldn't have done more. So I'm pretty confident at the moment, hoping this is going to be the start of the journey towards the success part. Like I said, it might be a failure, who knows? But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really, really good. And it's important to embrace that sort of feeling. Like I said, if you do have something, even if you are just going for a job interview someday and you get your suit on, you're not, usually dressed like that, take advantage of it. You're already dressed like that, feel good about it. You know you look good. Tell yourself you look good. And that's one of the things that I'm kind of quite bad for. I don't really focus on many positives because I don't often feel like there's positives there. But my God, when they're there, do they feel good. Like I said, that interview, I don't think could have gone any better. Any question I was asked, I had an answer for. Any question I asked seemed on point. It seemed relevant to what the company I'm interviewing for was doing. And I mean, this job's big. This is like, it has the potential to tenfold increase my wages, which is fucking unbelievable. And it's not something I'm afraid of doing. I've done it before. So at the moment, like I said, I'm pretty confident. I think it's going to be a good thing that's coming out of it. And it's not easy to get to this point. I'm 100% going to say that to you now. If you're trying to push yourself to progress your career, it's going to be hard. I've applied for probably a couple of hundred jobs, and this is my second interview. These jobs are not easy to get. They're really, really tough to get. But the question is not what are you wanting to achieve, it's what are you willing to sacrifice to get there. And for a job like this, the thing that you've got to sacrifice your ego. That's the first thing that you need to get rid of. Yeah, you need to have a big ass ego to do something that I want to do, which is sales. And you've got to be able to stress to people exactly what they need to hear. But by the same token, you need to be able to sacrifice your ego, because not every job you apply for is going to get back to you. Most of them won't. And at times it can feel like you're not really progressing yourself, you're not really getting anywhere, and that sucks. That feeling's fucking horrible, don't get me wrong. But it's being able to live in that feeling, being able to accept the fact that, yeah, as many negativities as are coming, as many rejections as I'm getting, as many non-callbacks as I'm getting, one interview is all it takes. One person to say, actually, I'm going to take a chance on that person, is all it takes. That's it. You don't need every single interview to go well. You just need that one to go well, and that is it. You need one good interview. Sometimes two. You might have a two-stage interview process, but it's the same idea. You don't need all of them to go well. You just need the one that you get to go well. And that's the sacrifice part. The sacrifice that you need to be willing to make is that if you are trying to achieve something, you have to be willing to fail at achieving it. Because if you're not willing to fail at something, you're not willing to achieve it. You have to be willing to lose in order to win. If you don't, you're not going to play. That's essentially life. And I don't know, I'm kind of waffling, I'm well aware I'm waffling, I'm just talking from the mind. I don't script anything when I'm doing these things, I just talk and try to be honest with as many people as possible when I'm doing it. And I mean, this is an experiment for me. I'm trying to experiment with talking about emotions I don't usually talk about. Talking about feelings I haven't talked about before, and talking about a journey that I have not yet completed. So at the moment, fair enough, I feel really good right now. I'm wearing a really nice suit. My tie is like 60, 70 quid that I bought years ago when I had loads of money. And I've got a fresh haircut, I've got my aviators on, I'm driving down the road in a 2-year-old Mini. Life is really not bad at this moment in time, and it's really important to kind of grasp those moments. You're going to have moments in your journey where you feel like utter shit. Lately, that has been me. I've tried to record videos over the last 2 months, and trust me, I wouldn't put that version of me on the internet. And it's not anything to do with the fact I'm too proud of it or too proud of myself or anything like that. It's purely based on the fact that I'm well aware that in the videos that I was making I was incredibly negative, nothing was coming out right, and as much as that is me, that's not productive in terms of a message for other people. If you want to get somewhere, you got to put in work, and the work doesn't come when things are going well. The work comes when things are really not going well, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to make yourself motivated in order to even just achieve anything. But motivation isn't something that's there before action all the time. Think about it. You start doing the dishes when you can't be arsed. You're going to do the first 3 dishes, and by the time you realise you've got 2 or 3 dishes on the draining board, you're not going to stop until the dishes are done. Now, yeah, like I said, you really can't be... Right, okay, we're back. So like I said, sometimes you really can't be arsed doing the dishes, but you're going to do them. By the time you get 2 or 3 dishes down, you're really in the mood to keep doing those dishes. And that's where the motivation comes from. Motivation comes from action, not imagination. You don't imagine yourself to be motivated. Yes, sometimes you can kind of think yourself motivated to do something, but honestly the hardest part is just starting your action. Start creating action, you'll start making ripples, and eventually you'll get somewhere. A small ripple eventually can turn into a tsunami, you know. Create the ripples in the water, that's all you need to do. Create those first ripples and you'll get somewhere. Don't believe me? Try it. Try creating some ripples. But that's all I'm going to waffle about today. Coming into town, so peace.